a true patriot, recipient of 3 Purple Hearts and 2 Bronze Stars with Valor, Captain Chad Fleming.
This is back when Under Armour had just come online, so everybody wanted the new Under Armour drawers, all right? And those things were $39 a pair when you bought them back then. And I had a pair of them on. And the boys tell me that I was laying up on the gurney. They started to work on me. They come in with the scissors and they start doing this. And they said I was passed out until then, and all of a sudden I popped up out of bed and I was like, hey, don't cut my drawers, they cost $40. And I passed back out.
When you get out there and you speak to people, you're not trying to sell them anything. All you're really trying to do is make a connection with somebody that may be having a bad day. What I feel is I can kind of shed light on what a bad day really is, what it takes to pick yourself up, get over a major hurdle in life, and push on and be productive in life. Part of my message during the tour is, everything happens for a reason. Although a lot of people would think that losing a leg would be just a total tragedy, really it's not. It's been one of the best things that ever happened to me. Had I not lost a leg, I never would have met my wife. I never would have had the 2 beautiful children that I have. And, been able to go hang out at Disneyland. You want to do that again?
So about a few days later, when I'm laying there trying to recover, I see this nurse coming down the hallway like this with a pair of drawers on her finger. I'm like, dude, what is she doing, She's like, hey, you remember me? I was like, no. She's like, well, here's your $40 drawers you didn't want me to have. They got holes, they got shrapnel holes all in them, a bullet hole, And they're actually hanging up at Under Armour headquarters in Baltimore now, but I washed them, they're clean. Wow.
Perseverance has always been a very special word to me. We're always going to be handed something that's difficult in life. In my particular case, it was being wounded on 3 separate occasions, losing a leg, getting shot again, and you keep getting knocked down. But when you really focus in and you understand, this is the only life I've got to live, I'm not giving up. Whatever the case may be, you'll find a reason to pick yourself up, because at the end of the day, you only got one life to live, and you got to make the most of it.
But everybody always asks what the questions were too, all right? The questions were, can I run again? The second question was, will it alleviate some pain? And the third question was, will the chicks dig it? So he was like, oh yeah. I was like, cut it off, do it.
You come out and you make a connection with people, you see the smile on their face, and then they say what an impact it made on them, and they're glad they brought their children. It's not like you're going somewhere and you're reading off a scripted message or anything. You're telling stories from the heart. So it makes it so easy to get out there and just talk about yourself. I was actually recovering in Texas at the Center for the Intrepid. A guy canceled, and this lady comes running up and she's like, hey, I've got to have a speaker right away. Can you do this? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a whirl. Went out, off the cuff. It was pretty raw, to be honest with you, but she was like, oh my gosh, you can actually pull this off. And one thing led to another. I've spoken to numerous Fortune 500 companies, sports teams, both collegiate and professional, and it just kind of morphed from there into something that I enjoy doing.
Appreciate you all spending your Saturday evening with us more than you'll know, because you being in the audience is just as therapeutic for us as us being able to tell our stories to everyone in the audience.
So many experiences from combat can be related to the business world. In the military, you're always taught to be proactive. You may be able to fight a war one way for that day or the next week, but then you're going to have to change your strategy. And so when you go into one of those companies, maybe their people need to hear, hey, listen guys, the world's changing. What you did last year is not going to work this year because the economy's different. Pushing that to a corporate level is something that a lot of them never hear. They told me I wouldn't be able to run. They told me I wouldn't ever be able to redeploy. And through determination and mindset, I said, no, you know what? I will run again. Matter of fact, I'll prove it to you. I'll do a marathon and I will redeploy again. So as a matter of fact, I went back 5 times. So who better to come in and have a disabled guy tell you, guess what? Things are possible.